One of the other assessments we should consider is the pitch of the roof. So I've already measured this with an app on my phone that I can measure this, and this is 23 degrees, the pitch of this roof. The pitch can depend on how well the material will work by depending on how far you fitted up the roof. With the material, you can vary it to whatever you want, but the main size for these types of roofs, which works fine, is 250 millimetre. 250 millimetre wide, which is generally falls somewhere around about the screw line. The screw line can be a hindrance if it is around about 200 millimetre. Generally, you can work around it if it's 200 or more, and if it's under 200, then you would work over it with the 250 millimetre wide. Once we measure this, we try and get a slope higher on the roof. It's got to be a higher point on the roof than what it is on the gutter, and I can see that if we go across at 250 wide, the 250 wide for me works just below that screw line, which is a perfect and makes the install a lot easier. And I can see from there at holding it at that 250 wide that it is higher here than what it is on the gutter. So that gives the debris a chance to roll off and even blow off with the wind, because when there's no gutter guard on, the wind fills your gutters, but with gutter guard on, the wind is our best friend because it actually blows things over the edge. So a couple of the other things you could take into consideration, if the pitch of the roof was a little bit shallow and you wanted to avoid this screw line, you might be better off going with a wider mesh. I guess the only downfall of a wider mesh could be that the look. This is a new roof, so if you put something wider onto this roof to try and get a bit more of a pitch, at 330 millimetres wide, it's probably no good anyway because it falls right on the screw line here, which is probably not the best place for you to be able to sit all your saddles. And then with the things like the Ember mesh, they only come in set widths of 250 millimetre and 500 millimetre, so you can imagine going right up to 500 millimetre. I can imagine that that's a long way up the roof, and that would end up looking quite cumbersome on your roof, and it may detract from the look of the building. It would probably work very, very well. It'd give you more of a chance to get the debris off onto the ground. But if you didn't want to see the look of it, this property here is low, so the house is higher than the property. So with that, you're probably going to see down on this, and you will see a lot of it. It'll still blend in because you get the right colours, but it will be a lot of mesh that's sitting on the roof. Is really a customer's preference.